Hey y'all, it's Jeannie. I am back with a little haul from Hobby Lobby. I finally had to break down and go get some glue, so I kept seeing some little red stickers here and there, so of course I had to grab some, some things, which I stuck to what I went for mainly. I went for glue and some leaf trim, and I might have bought a couple of things, but I did not stray to the Paper Studio half off items that I really wanted to. But my husband was with me and he was like, focus, focus, and I was like, I don't want to focus. So anyways, I didn't go to that side of the store except to show a lady who was looking for some gemstones where all the gemstones were in the store. We were checking out and he was like, I can't believe you knew where all the gemstones were in this store, like, and you passed like 5 workers, like, you need to work at Hobby Lobby. I was like, of course I know where their stuff is. Okay, so I'm gonna do this real quick, and then I'm gonna flip through Miss June's Bohemian journal real quick right after. So this should not be that long of a video. So, of course, I went to get my trusty Fabri-Tac or Fabri-Fix or whatever. I always pour it over into this 3-in-1 bottle. This is what you always see me using because I pour this into this because I like this smaller top. For some reason, the new Fabri-Fix top is like huge and it just pours out. So, anyways, I pour it into that. Usually, for a good tip for y'all that hate it running over, I pour it into this little bottle. I'm trying to let that one drain a little. So I'll use my 40% off coupon for that. And then I let my husband use 40 off for this. I wanted some lavender petals to maybe try to make some paper and to, I don't know, just that smell of lavender. Can you imagine? I can smell it from here. So that was on my list too. It was. Okay, so I grabbed this ribbon. There was a whole line of ribbon that coordinated with this. And I'm thinking when it says this, it is a scrapbook paper line. I've learned, like, I'm thinking Maggie Holmes, all theirs seems to come with that brand. I don't know if I'm right, but I had gotten this. There's a whole set of this I had gotten from Peachy Cheap .com one night, and I do not own Prima flowers, and I wanted some, and this popped up, and it was all of this and like silver sequins, and I made this whole set like of tons of stuff. It was like, I don't know, like maybe $15, and I knew it was worth it just for the flowers. So I grabbed it, but I thought if I either made up little kits or if I put these in any journals, I just thought this would match that perfectly. I don't even know if I'm in frame to go with that. If not, it'll match some mermaid or unicorn journals later. Okay, so I got my leaf trim that I went for because mine is wired and it was getting on my nerves. And then I got some pink. I've already opened this. Aren't y'all proud of me? So I got some pink leaf also because I've got to do some more like home and garden top journals, so I need those. And then these were all half off right now. So I did not want to go today, to be honest, but I was like, please, just go with me. I didn't even feel like driving. So this was all half off, so this was probably the most expensive, and it was $2.50, but I got this to finish up the other couple boho journals. I thought that was really pretty. And I think this is like new. I haven't, unless I just haven't been looking for this type. You know, I have looked for fringe and pom-pom trim, and I have this. I think this stuff at our store is new because they had all different colors. Okay, and then I got, this was on the Skeins or whatever you call it, but I got a yard of it for half off, which was like $2. Also for the fringe look. And I forget about dyeing this stuff, so maybe I should have got more of that, but anyways. And as I was passing along, I was looking for beads, like some charms or something, but the line of the brand, like the, you know, the fairy tale line and all that, that's, I think, next week. That's half off, but these were on clearance for 99 cents, so I thought these would be cute, cut up and put on a tassel, or just each one on a head pin or something in the boho last of the couple journals I have to do. And then I looked up and saw these because I did not go over in the Easter section, but these were on the sequin aisle. And I've been making, you know, a lot of little shakers and stuff lately for Happy Mail or in these journals. And look how pretty this Easter mix is. I want to go back and see if there's, but it looks like they put these on purpose over in the sequins, but I don't know. So these say $2.99, but they weren't but like 60 cents. Look how pretty. They're like green and yellow, lavender, pink, and mint. They're just a unique mix of color, I think, for Happy Mail or something. They'd be so pretty. Okay, so while I saw those and looked up, they had tons of their sequins for 49 cents. So, all y'all getting them at Dollar Tree, Jessica, and myself included. These Luby packs, we need to be getting some. I didn't go overboard, so if y'all want a color, let me know. I can see if we have some, but left. I just got like one or two of each color. So, I've got to do a couple Christmas journals, so I got the green. This is like green glitter sequin. And they only had one of these. It's my favorite color of green. I had one. But then they had a gold glitter. These were all 49 cents. A pink glitter. But it kind of looks like, see, here's a pink. But this says, oh, bubble gum. No wonder. Oh, that's so pretty. Okay, so here's this. And then I got one large one. I just got a small and large of each. I wanted to grab them all, but I didn't. Then here's a red glitter. And then I got one small, one large of gold, because I'm pretty sure I have some gold a lot somewhere, but you know how my craft room situation is. Can't find anything. And these are light blue, small. Oh, look, I told my husband to hand me a big one of these. And I thought he did. I trusted him. I didn't even look. And he handed me another little one. But that's okay. I'll take the small. So, lesson or advice there, y'all. If your husband hands you something, double check it. Okay. When I walked out of that aisle, they had like a party section of clearance. So, this is just little confetti paper pieces for $1.24. I thought these would be so much fun to throw in the top of a box of Happy Mail, just to, you know, somebody open it up and get all on their floor. How fun would that be? Or I may save them and use for an upcoming event. I'm not sure. So here's the mint, the white, and the black. That's what I chose because I just feel like in the crafty world, those are just pretty colors, you know, all the time to mix. So, and then lastly, y'all, this was in the center aisle now, not back there with the books. And y'all, they had 3 or 4 I wanted to buy so bad. But I've recently, I need to haul that. I recently ordered Bible study, two of them actually, like the 100 Days one, and then another one that's more really in depth called Unbroken by Candace Cameron Bure, and then another just 100 Days devotional. One of them's a Bible study, and then one's just a devotional. It's called Of Joy and Strength, and then the next is an in-depth Bible study called Unbroken, and something else. Oh, it was a magazine for Bible journal. Anyways, this was regularly $21.95. I got it for $5, and I don't know if I will learn, but I so badly. I already have the journaling Bible of Psalm and Proverbs, but I've not even worked in it because, you know, I just want to learn how to do these things, how to write, you know, do more of the hand lettering, even for my traveler's notebooks. Look at that little fox sleeping. Oh my goodness. Don't we all wish we could sketch like that? Oh, look. See, I didn't even see it had the bees and the flowers, things like that. So I was just wanting to learn to do the hand lettering, things like that. So I'm excited. This was the last one of these they had. And shows you how to work with acrylic paints. And they did have some select colors of acrylic paints for like 60 cents pulled over. I wanted to grab some of those, but I was trying to hurry. So we shall see if I go back next week. Okay, so I wanted to do a flip through of the next Bohemian Journal. And this one is for Miss June with Thrifted in a Pear Tree. And this is a custom order. And I hope so much that she loves this. I love her, and I want her to love this so badly. So I do hope she is pleased and happy. I did hers a little differently in ways. Okay, so this is, they're all, like I've told you, a soft, just a soft cover with no backing. So they're a little floppy because I want you to see both sides of the Cantha quilt. So it is a real Cantha quilt. And then I just put some trim here and sewed it on, and then stitched part of a doily here, and then stitched this beaded trim here. And then I put a vintage pin that I had gotten at an estate sale. This is more personalized, like I said. The others will just pretty much be straight up, you know, just a, you know, eclectic bohemian type things. But this is personalized, you know, to things she likes. Now, she does love Beauty and the Beast and Disney. I put some Disney. I have not found any Beauty and the Beast Disney yet, but I will send it with her little extra goodie package. But anyways, here's this butterfly she can take on or off. Here's her boho bee. They each come with one of these. I stitched hers from the inside out instead of in like I've always done. And I put these beads. I have these beads that I'd gotten at Hobby Lobby a long time ago, and they're actually supposedly made from paper, but they're, you know, they're of course hard. But so I strung some of those there, and then I just left the back plain because I loved her fabric with the flowers, or the print rather. Okay, so her closure is part of a green sari ribbon, and then this is like kind of shredded up just to be real, just, you know, messy like. And this is from an Indian sari, like a dress or something, you know. And I won't tell you where everything's from as far as the products on this one, like, or the other ones that I'm finishing up, like I have been, because I think y'all get that by now. Okay, so and then it wraps around and it closes. I sewed on this button. There's a lot of strings on this. I sewed on this vintage button that I think she sent me, but I love that. So so you open it up, and then I put this piece of green fabric right here. I stitched this on for a pocket. Put this little flower and this trim. And then I've got to put her a picture of a bohemian lady. I'm looking for that right now to find one to print off. I'm trying to do each one of those differently. So here's some cardstock, just the gold textured. She could just put a photo on the front. I just left that plain for her. There's some more trim. Here's a little bell dangle. They love to hike in the mountains, so here's a butterfly just stapled on. This stamp says, I believe who you say I am. There's a doily just stapled on. I made some snippets and sewed them and then glued them on. It says, I love you to the moon and back. And then I sewed a lot of tabs on hers and left her a lot of writing space. And I picked this yellow piece from a sari because it reminded me of Beauty and the Beast. But here's a little green gem. I just thought this was pretty. And then here's some gold tab. Here's some stenciling. Here's some vintage, like really pretty vintage lace I found at the thrift store a few weeks back. And then I just tore up some Edith Holden paper and just inked it and glued it down in some pages. Here's a vintage book with a little boy holding a balloon. It says, enjoy the little things. This is a coffee dyed envelope, and it's got our Power, Alabama Power, like our power company, and we've kind of been chatting back and forth a little bit, and she's not from here, so that's funny. Just a tag and a acetate piece, and then some vintage wallpaper tag. And those just slide down in there, so you see them from both sides. She loves vintage things, so here's some ads from the 1960s, one of the magazines that I have. I thought those cans looked really cool. Oh, that little traveler label I always use in these Gypsy. That's really neat. I didn't even notice that, but anyways. So here's out of this is a 1950s Disney book I have, and I love these Bambi images. Like I really want to frame one of these on my wall. They're so pretty. The artwork or the illustrations, I should say. So this has some heavily dyed or dripped coffee dyed paper. Here's a vintage bus ticket. Here's some more Cantha quilt with a key charm. Here's part of a map. There's just journaling card. This is out of that vintage Disney book. This is Swiss Family Robinson. I love that movie. I could watch that movie over and over and dream of living in a tree house, if y'all have seen that. And then here's just some a fabric flip for this one. And then here's a pocket here with a vintage postcard. I covered up the initial on this card with that flower. I put 3 vintage stamps, Colombia, Jamaica, and I don't know where that is, right there. I'm sorry if y'all hear all the noise. Life is going on right here around my home, so I have teenagers, so here's Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious from Mary Poppins. I made a little pocket or a cluster from I stitched, and then I made a pocket out of it, and then I stitched this out of that book also. I believe this was from Robin Hood, but to me she looks she fits this journal. This is some vintage ledger that my friend Lynette had sent me, and it is from 1899. So it is some legit vintage ledger. I love that. But Miss June, you're special. You're getting some of that. Here's another little snippet I made. I just stitched and I glued one of those Prima flowers down. This is just packed full of little fun goodies. Here's some vintage dictionary, a flower book, and then I told you I put a page of Afghans on each one. I chose the green for her. If you'll follow her on Instagram, you'll see how she decorates a lot. And to me, this, I don't know, this made me think of some of the things she puts up, but I know she likes green as well. And this feels loose, but it's not going anywhere, June. It just feels that way because I stitched it. Instead of pulling it in tight and tying it, I stitched it to the outside. But if it makes you feel better, you can stitch again from that same place outside in and tie it right here. This is just a snippet from the top of a 12 by 12 sheet of paper that you buy, and it says, "Some people look for a beautiful place, others make a place beautiful." This says, "Happiness blooms from within," and this is just a little shaker that I made before I found my sequins today. All I had was some red ones and these silver stars in this little pocket here, and I made the lace pocket like I did in all of them. Oh, here's a charm for this one. This is just, I think this is like an earring from the 50s that I'd gotten at an estate sale, and I thought that fit really neat. So when you open it up, the center of hers says, you know, it's the month of June. And here's one of those really old ice coupons. You may want to put some tape on that because it is so fragile. And just a little thing of sunflowers. And then I just punched the edge of that because it was really fragile, this book. It was old. There's a little mushroom sticker. A rose sticker. Here's some more just fun stuff. Another vintage postcard. I do believe she teaches, so I put, I think, a school or university. Just some little things in there. There's a little beaded charm. And I made a little tag out of the little peacocks. And there was one of those replicated receipt things out of the little booklet I had ordered. Here's some more of the other side of that ledger. And then here was off of the printable that I had used in the other. I just made a journaling card out of this from Artie Mays. Just some stenciling. Another tag. Stitched here, some Edith Holden pages. Just glued that down just to make that pretty. And then just some journaling cards in there. Just the other side of the, this is just showing it's a tropical bohemian journal. I sewed her a little envelope out of a hymnal, and she can write on the inside, and then the back is a song. And it says there is no limitations on what God can do. There are no limitations. I'm sorry, my grammar is wrong. Okay, so I just put a printable of some flowers here and put a real piece of real dried flower from my flowers in here. And she can put a photo or whatever in here. This is stitched on to this piece of the atlas. I forgot that I actually made this a big pocket. This is out of that vintage sewing Betty Crocker book. And yeah, I forgot that this is actually a pocket as well, so like she can hide something like down in there. It'll go very far. And then I folded it up and stitched it and made a pocket. I just made a tag out of this little playing card. I stitched some more of the quilt down through there. There's the other side of that ad. Uh-oh. My paper stuck to my glue, my flowers. Glue some little flower trims down. And here's the other side of that envelope. There's just some little tags and stuff. I was gonna put a picture of my face right there where I'd just be smiling when she opened it up. I still might. That'd be funny. She'd think that was funny. And here's the other side of that little boy. Some butterflies. This says Celebrate Today, another little snippet. Here's some stitched purple fabric. I love this book page. It just makes me want to go to this place. Here's another snippet. It says Sunshine. There's some more of that reminds me of Beauty and the Beast. There's a book out of that Vintage Rose book I have. Here's out of an Ideals book of the mountains. Some more Indians, sorry. And then here's her little pocket. They all have the pocket of the little embroidered tropical flower. And I put a little dandelion cut out in there. And then here's her vintage letter from Brazil. In 1977, it was mailed off. So, and then here's her, another little dangle right here. And then it closes back up. So Miss Jean, you can go, I don't know why I call her Miss, she's younger than me, I'm sure, but you can stitch in through here and pull it anywhere in here, like these holes, and just pull it through the middle and tie a knot here to make it on the inside tighter if you want to. I've never done that inside out before, but I just wanted to try it to be different. So I thank y'all for watching. I will have these other bohemian ones done any moment, and I'm still working on the others. And I don't know if y'all saw my Instagram post, but I've been working every chance I get, every chance I've had, but we did have kind of an abrupt planning without, you know, we had quit planning to plan on my son having a graduation, and then he got to have one. So this week's been kind of pretty hectic, more hectic week than I had planned on it being, physically, emotionally, everything. So I've kind of had to chill a little bit yesterday and today, really, but I got back at it today some more. So I'm about a week behind on some, and I'm on time on most all. So I just hope you all forgive me, bear with me, and I'm back at it. So I hope y'all have a wonderful Memorial Day weekend, and be safe while you're out and about. And I hope you're getting to get out and about and enjoy yourselves. So I hope you will subscribe if you've enjoyed this, and don't forget to go look at my last haul and comment on that video and subscribe to my channel for the giveaway. I'm very close to doing that, so I would hate for you to miss out on being included in that. Thanks very much for watching, and I will talk to you later. Bye.